So as we are talking about Ukraine, like I said before, my thought is that more than likely it sounds like Ukraine gonna have to leverage NATO. So this is, I pulled this up. This is not, CNN or anything like that, but someone else talking about due to the other countries kind of getting together and being like, yeah, we cool, we not mess with America like that. What does that look like? So he's gonna talk a little bit about that.
To be made in all these countries running against the United States, which is going to turn everybody against us. Back in the day, we used to make fun of China, who's a lot. They have a certain like 2 or 3 allies around the world, and it was kind of like a Star Wars bar. They had North Korea, they have Pakistan. Right. And maybe some other like little countries, Iran, those were their allies. A
couple African countries, yeah.
And we were like, well, we have 54 partners and allies around the world. Well, now we're going to be the ones where, let's see, our allies are the government in Venezuela.
Yeah.
So far,
El Salvador.
Victor Orban, but he.
So I also want to be clear that we're not showing this to have fear mongering, to make anybody get upset or worried about stuff, but just try to imagine what has happened up until now. I'll give a little bit of context. There's been beef with, even recently, President Trump sat down with Japanese head of Japan. And, one of the questions was, well, hey, why are you basically sneak attacking? He like, well, y'all sneak attack with Pearl Harbor, so who are you to be talking? So just stuff like that. Now that didn't seem
tripping. He hit him with the Dave Chappelle. Am I right? Am I right?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, bro, not you ain't there. This is not the roast of Japan. This is not the platform for that. But those things matter, right? About relationships. And y'all know this. Everybody who go to work know a semblance of that, right? Then you got France talking about, basically he has no class. Don't even get me started on France, but France is over here at the forefront. Like, yeah, we cool on them, right? And you got other countries that really didn't want to be a part of the whole. We don't believe you need to be bombing Iran, so they don't really want to be in it. And then you got the folks that said, I'm not going to be in. Like Germany was like, don't call me, beat me if you want to reach me. I'm not Kim Possible. Don't you hit me up. So you got those things going. So you got people who are very much against what's going on. You got people who just really don't advocate for what's going on, and they're merging. And then our comments are not helping to retain people, is what's going on with that. So I not to be fear mongering, but just like try to think about what is the potential perception that may be occurring because of some of the actions, and just even if it's a joke. Right. Like, I think that he thought that was funny, right? The Pearl Harbor joke, but we actively bombing country. I don't know if that's the time to tell that joke. Maybe wait like a little bit later when it's done. You know what I'm saying? Maybe then, but not then in front of Japan is wild. So let me see if we got. So that's all. So that's where they're going with this, is because of some of the comments and then some of the actions. What are some of the countries possibly thinking about us? So that's just what I'm bringing up as examples. I will continue this video. Let him talk.
We may lose the election, so then Hungary will be gone. So I don't know who else is left.
Well, we're in business with UAE, and so far
for the moment. But let me tell you something. Saudi. The UAE has good relations with China. I'm back to serious. Okay, going back to the Gulf states and Israel, they have other options in the region. They already have played. I don't want to say footsie, but certainly maintaining their good ties with China, and I think the result of our actions, they're going to have even better ties. So we're going to be pretty much on our own with a few stooges here and there. There's going to be money to be made.
We're also doing, from what I'm saying, like Saudi Arabia is also a country that we're doing well with. So I don't think that let me also, before last thing I'm going to say is, I don't think every country is going to be like, yeah, we don't mess with America no more. I don't think that's the case. I just think that they're just finding, now we talk about trauma bonding, right? And then all of a sudden, y'all homies, y'all friends, and something happened, and now y'all, together. It's almost I think kind of like that. Like y'all got a common thing that y'all kind of vibing with right now. That don't mean that you run into some issues y'all don't call Big Daddy US either. So I don't know about that. It might be short-lived, but it is still though a problem that we have to have some level of relationship building. And that's with any job, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean it's a public relations nightmare. He don't know how to. He just him. You know what I mean? He having this Scarface in the restaurant moment at these with these meetings. He embracing the bad guy, and I think a lot of that is homegrown energy. But he got to understand it doesn't translate everywhere. But best case scenario, we get the job done. We get things back on track. Iran says, hey, okay, we don't want to keep this going. We're going to figure it out. We're going to be cool. What happens to all of those people, all those other countries that was like, I don't want nothing to do with it. That's when we developed that muscle memory. Like, oh, yeah. Understand what came with that. No. So it's going to get interesting. I don't really have a full take on this right now, but it's just an interesting watch. I got my popcorn out of this.
I see the glow from your screen, late night, fingers dance, they spark, ignite, binary hearts in a pixel fight. Swipe left, swipe right, tell me, do I look alright in this frame of endless light?